Good morning, friends. We are going to work on Everyday Math Lesson 8.1. Generate measurement data by measuring lengths using rulers marked with halves and fourths of an inch. Show the data by making a line plot, where the horizontal scale is marked off in appropriate units, whole numbers, halves, or quarters. So we are going to look here at a ruler, and we have used rulers before, all right? So it has taken the 0 to 1 inch of a ruler and it has made it bigger for us to see because we need to write the fractions that we would use here. So looking at this, we're going to count how many pieces we have. 1, 2, 3, 4. So our bottom number is going to be 4, the denominator. And then we're going to count what each piece that we have. So this is 1 piece. This would be 1/4. This is 2 pieces. That would be 2/4. This is 3 pieces, and that would be 3/4. Remember, the 2/4 is also equal to 1/2 because when we are measuring, we generally don't see 2/4 on a ruler. We would see 1/2. Okay, so we used ruler A, ruler B, and ruler C way back in Unit 4. So those should all look familiar to you. A, we did inches, B is in centimeters, and C, started at 5 inches and went to 13. But today, we are going to work with ruler D. Now, if you look right down here, you can see where it has 1/4, 2/4 and 1/2, 3/4, and then it goes to 1 inch, which would be 4/4. Okay? So there are 8 whole inches labeled on this ruler. Each inch is partitioned into half-inch marks, which that's going to be this bigger mark right here in between. Each inch is partitioned into quarter-inch marks. Those are the shorter tick marks. So this would be a 1/4 inch, and that would be a 1/4 inch. And the 1/4 inches are between the half and the whole inch marks, and then there are also smaller intervals that are 1/8 inches. So if you look here, there are 8 inches. Those are the very small tick marks. And we have already talked about this, that they labeled the fractions on the first inch of the ruler. Okay, so there is a 1/4 inch between the 0 and this line right here. Okay. All right, we are going to look at our journal page, and it says use ruler D to measure the line segments below to the nearest 1/4 inch. So remember, when we are measuring, we always start on the 0. We don't start on the end of the ruler because it isn't always on the 0. So I'm going to move the ruler up, put it on the end of the line where it marks. Okay, and you can see here that it's gone all of 1 inch, all of 2 inch, there's 2.5, and there's 2 3/4. So that's going to be the closest inch, 1/4 inch, to where we need to measure. So we're going to put 2 3/4 inches down. Okay. So we're going to measure it to the closest 1/4 inch. Let's look at number 2. Again, we start the line on the 0. And we're going to see what it's closest to. Now, if it's a half or right on the inch, that is also a 1/4 inch, though we wouldn't generally call this. We wouldn't say that this would be 16/4. Okay, so this one's going to be right at 4 inches. And we're going to go down to number 3. We're going to again put the line on the 0 to start measuring. We're going to go down and see where it stops. So there's 2 inches, there's 2 1/4, Now you could either put 2 2/4 inches, or you could put 2 1/2 inches, and I'm actually going to put both. 2 1/2, because a half again is a quarter, is 2/4, and then both of those would be correct on this one. So what you need to do now is you need to find 3 things in your house that you can measure. You can use a ruler. You could use a yardstick. If you have a tape measure in your house, that would be fine also. And then you need to write them down and make sure that you're sending your work to your teacher, whether it's through the Remind app, whether it is through email, or whether it's a response on the Facebook videos. All right, friends, we'll see you later. Thank you.